Hi everyone, it's Diana Palm, the Love Witch, and I'm here to help you get the life and love that you most desire. So let's get into it. I want to talk to you about your identity. How do you identify with yourself, and where does that come from? Because our brains are going all the time. I actually love the brain. I've studied the brain my whole life. Ever since I was a little girl, when I learned about self-hypnosis and how to heal the mind, body, and spirit through relaxation and visualization. I would skip school all the time to read books in the library on hypnosis, dream analysis, and how the mind functions on that level. But now, this many years later, I'm still working with the mind through belief systems, how to change your belief systems to create your reality. What's changed for me is that over the years, I really opened up to all my spiritual experiences and all of my gifts spiritually as a psychic medium, and was able to bring those together. So what I have seen from that perspective in studying the mind is that we truly do carry belief systems on many different levels. Most of the time, your identity is not made up from who you think you are, but who everyone else thinks you are. And at some point in your life, you actually believed them. And that has been lodged in your brain up until now. There may be a quiet inside voice that's telling you that you're better than that you're talented, that you're smart, that you're beautiful, that you're worthy and deserving of having an amazing lover or companion, that you do know that you deserve the good things in life, the luxury, the wonderful food, the incredible, expansive experiences of travel. But then you may have other voices in your head that say,
how dare you? Who do you think you are? Why do you think you deserve to be better than everybody else?
And all of that nonsense. But I actually don't want to call it nonsense because most people hear that kind of stuff every single day, cycling through negative patterns of thought. First of all, I'd like you to know that that's entirely normal. We have different thoughts that are almost like recordings in our brain. Some of those recordings are from our genetic family, from the family we grew up with, the people that we are around most, the things that they said to us or projected onto us. When we're little, our brain spends a lot of time in the theta brainwave, which is the receptive brainwave. When they say things to us and we happen to be in the theta brainwave, it's like an opening and it gets locked right in there. If you were busy and didn't pay attention to them, it may have just gone somewhere else. But no, if you were in the theta brainwave, your brain was open and what they said went in. Let me take a moment to show you how your family's beliefs may have been projected into your own brain and may have caused some of the biggest doubts and blocks in your belief system. When you're between the ages of 0 and 7, you spend a lot of time in a theta brainwave. The theta brainwave is a creative brainwave. It's very dreamy, and it's also very receptive to programming. Being in the theta brainwave actually opens up a receptor that makes you very, very receptive to receiving recordings, belief systems from others. What happens when you're young is that you spend a lot of time in this soft, delicate brainwave. And if you have people that are projecting things, they're unhealed, they're angry, they're filled with drama, maybe they're jealous of you, there's so many different things at play. Now enter anybody in your family, anybody in your surroundings when you're in this delicate brainwave. And if they say something to you that you're not good enough, that you're fat, that you're ugly, that you'll never achieve anything, and you happen to be in this receptive brainwave, that belief will go right into you and it'll get lodged into your belief system as if it's the truth. I've seen people live their entire life trying to overcome negative belief systems that they got from their genetic family. And sometimes it can be a lifelong process if you're doing this on your own. The way that I do it is to actually bring people back into the theta brainwave and open up that receptor, pull it out, and put in something better, the truth. You're worthy and deserving of love. You're amazing. You're beautiful. You're talented. You're creative. Yes, you can do it. Yes, you can have what you want. We also create our identity from group conscious beliefs, from things that we see on TV, or from what we hear from our friend circle or colleagues at work. That can have the same impact on you as being programmed from your family. We also get programmed with thoughts and beliefs that are truly genetic, that we are born into this world with, without having had negative circumstances in our childhood. Some of those beliefs truly are handed down generation to generation, And it's important to be able to get in there and clear those out. Yes, they can be cleared out. And that's the process that I use in Theta Healing. I've combined that with all my other spiritual practices. And when I'm working with people, I can find those programs, the reason that they have them, and how they've been serving them. Then I pull them out and reprogram their mind with a more beautiful, harmonious mindset that they truly want to have. I've had clients totally change their perspective, move into a different job, and reach massive success because of belief clearing sessions they've had with me. I've also had people drop their negative story and all of their negative thought patterns around relationships and find true love, and really know how to be in relationship and be happy in relationship without all the fear and the doubt. It's really important that you understand that the brain truly is like a computer. It's program in, program out. And most of our life, the programs are going in and we don't know how to get them out. So if you haven't heard of this before, I recommend that you look it up. If you're interested in having a session with me, I invite you to do that. My website is www.dianapalm.com. And if you'd like to learn how to get in there, work with your own belief systems, you may be interested in taking a class from me on Theta Healing. That information is also on my website. I teach certification classes so that people can learn the technique and be able to work on themselves, their family. Once you get your certification, you can actually go out there and work with the public as well. It's amazing. It's changed my life, and that's why I incorporate it with everything that I do. When you're having a negative thought creep back in and you recognize that you've had it for the bulk of your life, it's most likely a recording. It's not the truth. But one of the easiest ways that you can actually tune in with that, I like to close my eyes, take a moment, and just tune in with it. And I'll literally ask myself, is this belief mine? Did this come from someone else? Is this the truth? I'd give it that moment to tune in with it, to find out. What you'll most likely find is that all of the negative beliefs that you carry about yourself were not created by you. They're simply not the truth. They're someone else's projection or idea about you. And they may have intended to hurt you, but many times it was very unintentional and they have no idea they even said those things. But remember, the brain, as being so receptive, it received it. It's been locked in there, and it's been locked in there for too long. So the way I work with people, I bring them back into the theta brainwave. I go in here, pull it out, and then bring in a soft, beautiful, true statement that you're worthy and deserving of having your dreams come true, that you're beautiful, strong, and talented. Finding peace means clearing the clutter in your mind and really getting rid of all of those other voices, thoughts, and opinions that are cycling around in here all the time. Of course, I always recommend meditation, a long hot bath, a walk in nature, anything that you can do to calm your mind and stop thinking those thoughts. Anything that you can do to just find peace and clarity. That will actually help slow down the process of hearing these voices playing over and over, and it'll give you that opening and that discernment of being able to navigate, is that mine, or have I just been believing it for too long? There's something really beautiful that happens when somebody has been programmed for love and self-acceptance. They show up for the first time as their true self. And when I get to see that in people, it's very exciting because they have light in their eyes, they're glowing, they're happy, and they know that they no longer have to feel those negative beliefs anymore, that those were never truly theirs, that they're not the truth, that they no longer have to repeat them. And that's the same for you too. So anywhere that you're still holding on to negative beliefs, I want you just to take that moment to tune in with them and have that clarity and discernment around if it was your belief, if it came from someone else, and if it's true. And if not, I want you just to breathe it out, release it. Allow yourself to have that moment of recognition that that is not yours. And no, that's not the truth. Then I'd actually like you to send forgiveness to the person that either intentionally or unintentionally sent you such a harmful program. They probably had no idea how it was going to play out in your life, or that it would be one of those programs that would get stuck in your mind. So go ahead and just send forgiveness to clear up your spiritual energy, and that will actually protect your energy field from other projections or forms of psychic attack. I've seen people shift immediately when they recognize that the thoughts they've been thinking throughout their life have not even been true. And as soon as they have the clarity that these thoughts were someone else's opinions or misguided words, and that they've simply been launched in their own thought system and their own belief system, they're able to release them because they know they're not true. They know they have no weight or no bearing on their life. I've seen such tremendous healing take place with the recognition that these thoughts and beliefs, they weren't the truth. Your thoughts, they do create your identity, but your thoughts create your identity. Give me a heart below if you're going to start deciphering through your belief system and ensuring that your thoughts are in the lead and that you're no longer being impacted by other people's thoughts and opinions about you. And if you would like some help to clear up some of the negative belief systems and negative patterns in your life, be sure you set up a private session with me at www.dianapalm.com. I hear people say it all the time, well, that's just not me. You know, I don't mind when they say it, because all that really means is I haven't met that version of me yet. So anywhere that you've ever said that before, if someone says, why don't you go buy a Ferrari and live in a mansion and travel the world? That's just not me. There are many ways that people hold themselves into small lives, saying that they just want a partner and not the love of their life, or that they just want to travel to here but not the world. And it's okay, whatever you're at is fine. But most of the time, any of those limits are simply based on your belief systems, your belief of not taking too much or wanting too much or feeling greedy if you do. But you know what? We are here to be creators. We're here to expand and to live and to have experiences. So anywhere that you're holding yourself back, instead of saying, that's just not me, I'd like you to say, that's just not me yet, but I could get used to the idea. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I can't wait to help you all manifest your wildest dreams.